Who doesn't love a good deal? So I'm about to drive an hour and a half to go pick up some lighting equipment that I got for ridiculously cheap. And the reason why / how is one word, 2 letters, BidRL. A running joke in the photography community that holds a lot of truth is the one about how photography is an expensive hobby. But whether it is your hobby or something more than that, at some point you have probably looked for gear to purchase and then thought to yourself, holy when you saw how much stuff costs. So today, I'm going to tell you where to look for discounted, used, and new gear. Before I dive into this, I would like to ask you to hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and if at any moment during this video you think, hey, I kind of like what I see and I'd like to see more of it. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps me out and it lets me know that I'm doing something right. All right, let's just dive into it. First of all, let's talk about online platforms to buy used gear. The cheapest way to get gear is to buy it secondhand, and lucky for us, we live in a day and age where you can do so online pretty easily. Amazon Renewed offers certified refurbished camera gear with a like new guarantee, and you also get the benefit of Amazon's warranty and return policy. What's cool about this is the items are refurbished, so they're not just used and resold. Instead, they go through a process where they're inspected and repaired and restored until they're like new, and then they're resold. So you can get like new items at a discounted price. Secondly, there is MPB, which is a platform that you're able to sell, buy, and trade used camera gear. So if you're trying to get rid of a lens, you can sell it on there and then buy a new one in its place, or buy a new one to you because it'll be used technically. But it's very affordable and also a reliable option. Next, we have Adorama, which is a kind of one-stop shop for both new and used camera gear. They offer financing options, which is nice for bigger ticket items. And something cool about them is they include education into their business model, so you can find them right here on YouTube as well. Next, we have KEH, which is also a reliable source for used camera gear. They are kind of the good guys of used gear online and have been in business since the 70s and are known to be very reliable and easy to make exchanges with. Next, we have Lens Rental, which is my favorite on this list because it is a lens rental place that you can rent gear from with the option to rent it forever, aka buy it. And what's cool about this is you can rent something and use it for a project or use it for a week or so. And if you feel like you want it to be a permanent addition to your kit, you have that option and you can buy it at a discounted rate compared to what it would be if you got it new. Lastly, we have B&H, which is very well known. If you Google used camera gear, they are probably one of the first companies to pop up. And while they are a reliable source of used camera gear, the reason why they are last on this list is this company has a history of allegations when it comes to how they treat their employees, specifically labor standards and discrimination against Hispanics. And as a Latina woman myself, I don't really play that, but hey, to each their own. If you just want reliable gear and you don't really care about morals and whether or not something's shady, that's your choice. But yeah, if you don't want to roll the dice on buying used items, then you should look into bundles and kits. So search online for things like camera starter kit or lighting kits or filmmaking bundles, accessory bundles, or pro kits and stuff like that. Because just like with anything with camera gear, when you bundle, you can save. Now let's talk about some more in-person local opportunities, which in my opinion can be more fruitful, but more risky because you don't really have the option to return. So if you want to find discounted gear, start by Googling terms like camera thrift stores, liquidation stores near me, liquidation auctions near me, and if you're into old school film cameras, antique stores. You can also look at Facebook Marketplace and you'd be surprised what people are selling. Facebook Marketplace, I'm sure you've used it at some point. If not, it's all about individuals selling their old things, and sometimes people are selling some pretty nice camera gear that they barely used, and that's why they're selling it, because it's just been laying around. When it comes to liquidation auctions, this is when BidRL comes into play. BidRL is an online auction platform where users can bid on items from liquidation sales, overstocks, customer returns, and other surplus inventories. This means that sometimes you can get brand new stuff at a super discounted rate. I will say though, they are mostly located in California, but they do have locations at other states across the US, so I think it's worth looking into in case one is near you. So the way BidRL works is there's items that are put up for bid and people kind of bid as if it's on eBay. You can put a proxy bid, which is the max that you will pay for this item. So if someone outbids that, then you're out, or you can re-up a new bid. And if you win, the difference between BidRL and eBay is that it's bid real life, so you have to go in person to pick up your items. Some notable purchases that I've had on BidRL outside of what I'm about to show you today is 1, my camera slider, and 2, my automatic litter box. BidRL is great for a lot of electronics and furniture and stuff like that, and up until today, I had a pretty positive experience with it. Notice I said up until today. This is what I got from BidRL this time around, and all of these prices are before taxes. So I got a newer softbox lighting kit. The original price was $111.99, and I paid $15.25. Next up, I got the newer TL60 RGB light wand, and the original price was $189.99, and I paid $35.25. And lastly, I got the newer RGB CB60 studio light. The original price was $229.99, and I paid $75.25. So in total, I paid $125.75. And if I had bought everything brand new, it would have been $531.97. All this is before taxes. I'm currently lighting this up with one of the studio lights from the kit, and the wand is behind me, giving it the pinkish hue. But I'm gonna be real honest with you. To my dismay, when I got home and plugged in my CB60, it was not working, and I was super excited for that studio light, so it was such a bummer. I tried opening it up to see if there was any loose wires that I could easily fix, but to my dismay, nothing of the sort. So it's gonna be probably a harder fix than just plugging something in, which is unfortunate. I'm still gonna try, don't get me wrong. I will try to fix this, but if not, then I'm out $75. But that still leaves me with a savings of $176.23 because I paid $125.75 on what would have cost $301.98. So even though it was a huge disappointment that that light didn't work, I still have some savings. I think the fact that it doesn't work does make me very sad. It makes me feel like I lost though. So it is what it is. That is the risk in buying stuff auctioned and used. So sometimes you play the game and you get hurt, you know? By the way, BidRL allows you to inspect stuff before you make a bid on it. But for my situation this time around, I was going to a BidRL that was an hour and a half away. So I didn't really want to inspect something before I bid on it and then have to come back the next day and drive another hour and a half there and back in order to get it. So I took a risk and it didn't pay off. But it kind of did. I don't know. Maybe I need to let go of this, you know? I hope that this video helps someone out there, and I hope you learn from my mistakes. And maybe if you use BidRL, just stick to the one in your area that you can go and inspect a bid before you put a bid in. I guess that's what I've learned from this. I'm still gonna try to fix it though. And if not, it is what it is. I still saved something. What's kind of sad about that is I was in a bid war with someone and I should have just let them have it. Okay, anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, bye.